Anybody who's successfully done shadow work will tell you that their lives have blossomed, that they've become more creative, their relationships are better, they communicate better with people, they're having a more fulfilling life. The shadow is part of us that we've rejected. I'm not going to go into too much detail on what shadow work is because I did a whole other video on that, and if you haven't seen it, then click on the link there. But do remember that your shadow has a magnetic field and is attracting into your life all the time, or is repelling things from your life that you may want in your life. So the shadow is very, very powerful. Shadow work is something that you need to make a decision to do shadow work. Otherwise, you'll get to the end of the video and think, oh, okay, shadow work, I'll have a go. And then you'll probably forget about it. So put it into your routine. I tend to do shadow work in the evening, but it's completely up to you when you want to do it. Because in the evening, you can get your journal and you can reflect on the day. What were the things today that triggered you? What were your triggers? Make a note of it. Don't ignore them. Because basically our feelings and emotions are always guiding us, always speaking to us. And it's a good thing because when we listen to our feelings, we can change things in our lives. Now, there are lots of different techniques you can use to illuminate your shadow. There's a very well-known American philosopher and psychologist called Ken Wilber. He's been referred to as the Einstein of consciousness studies. And he created a technique called the 3-2-1 process. Face, talk, be. 3-2-1 refers to the third person, the second person, the first person. So what you need to do is think about something that's causing you emotional stress. Have you got some strong negative feelings against somebody? Does someone really irritate you, make you annoyed? Because that's a very strong indication that you're projecting. You're actually seeing a part of you that you rejected. So just think about what it is, what the problem is, face it. So the second part, imagine you're having a dialogue with that person. Don't actually ring them and talk to them. This is just in your imagination. So maybe put another seat in front of you, have a conversation with them. Imagine they're there. What would they be saying back to you? What would you be saying to them? Have a proper dialogue with them. Tell them, this is my problem, and imagine what they would say back to you. So you'd be doing that in the second person. So you respond as you think they would respond to you. So that's the second part. And then finally, you're in the first person. So you take on that person's perspective. Imagine you are that person. Own that trait that they have. So you're actually being them. See, as you integrate your shadow, you're coming to terms with the darker side to you. By integrating your shadow, you'll become a much more grounded and whole person. And you'll be able to see yourself more clearly and more honestly. One of the most important things to be aware of when you're doing shadow work, you must be doing this non-judgmentally from a place of love and acceptance. For example, if somebody triggered you during the day, the last thing you want to do is be hard on yourself and be like, oh, why do I always respond like that? Why am I getting annoyed? I'm so stupid. Because then you're just making the shadow bigger. The whole reason that there's a shadow in the first place is that we judged that side to us. We deemed it unacceptable. Make sure you're not judging it again. So you got annoyed with somebody, so you got irritated. You're human. It's fine to be irritated sometimes. Accept that side to you, because what you'll notice, the more accepting you are of those parts to you, the smaller they'll become, because it's illuminating darkness. You know, you go into a room, you stick the light on, darkness disappears, doesn't it? It goes away. When you shine light on a shadow, it gets smaller, and then it will impact your life a lot less. So it's win-win. And talking of this, actually, if you're enjoying my video, then please hit the like button. There's also a way you can use the 3-2-1 method in dreams as well. Say you keep getting a dream when you're chased, or somebody's not being very nice to you, or whatever. Again, this is all from the subconscious part of the mind. Often the other person in the dream is your shadow. That's part of you that you've repressed. When you wake up in the morning, make a note of your dream. Go through the 3-2-1 process. Have a go at it. It will illuminate other things in your life. It's incredible. What I've learned with doing the 3-2-1 process with my dreams is that it's not as it seems. By the time you finish the 3-2-1 process, you'll suddenly get like a different interpretation, and you'll see something and think, oh my gosh, wow, I did not know that. Because again, we think we know ourselves, but we don't. 95% of us is unconscious. Well, another way I find really helpful is through journaling. A good time to do this, I find, is after meditation, but I would always say that. You want to quieten your thoughts, quieten your mind, and then start journaling. So ask yourself, what is it about myself I don't like? What is it in other people that I don't like? What part of myself do I judge? What part of myself am I afraid of? If I wasn't afraid of anything and I could do anything, what would I do? Was I completely accepted as a child? What part of me was not acceptable? What was expected of me? You don't have to remember your childhood, because I know some people don't remember their childhood. I'm, for one, can't remember a lot of it. But get to know what your triggers are. Get to know what you're projecting on other people, what upsets you, what irritates you, what qualities you see in other people that you've rejected in yourself. When we become conscious and aware of these things, then we can do something about them. Please let me know in the comments below if you want me to give an example of the 3-2-1 process, and I will do a video with a few examples. Thanks so much for watching. I just noticed today I'm almost at 100 subscribers, which is awesome. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and look forward to seeing my next video. Bye.